very kind of retired, quiet life with their daughter Lisa, who's 11 now. And when Elvis died, Priscilla kept out of the public eye. She's made a point of it, but now she's started a whole new career of her own, and she's going to be representing Wella Hair Care Products. It's a new advertising campaign, and she's here to talk with us about all that this morning. Good morning. It's nice meeting you.
Thank you. You told all my secrets.
All your oh, they weren't secrets. So, what's left? Why start a public career now? You've kept very quiet, and, you know, out of the way and out of the limelight for so long.
I knew you'd ask that. First question.
All right.
It wasn't easy. It took about a year to make the decision.
And what were the things you had to consider as you were making the decision?
Losing my privacy was the biggest. I'm totally afraid of losing that, you know, because I like to maintain my privacy, and I live in this world that I'm really very happy with. I don't socialize a lot. I have very few friends who I enjoy being with, and I think I was afraid to lose that somewhat. But I rationalized, and this is something I'd like to do. I believe in this product.
Right.
I've had terrible problems with my hair, and
Really?
since I've used the product, I've got great hair again.
A living commercial this morning.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
I was the worst. I mean, I had 2 perms in 1 year, lots of color, and Wella has really brought my hair back to life.
Let's go back to the privacy thing. Does it frighten you at all that now, I mean, obviously here you're on television, you do it by choice, and you've made this choice, but now there are going to be the cameramen, you've had them already this morning, the still photographers and the press, and they'll be wanting to talk to you and press you. Does that frighten you at all?
No, the reason is I don't feel, first of all, the job isn't that demanding. I won't be, it's not a 9-to-5 job. I work only so many days out of the year. I believe it's 1 commercial a year, and I don't see any, I would rather be in an ad looking nice than a lot of the papers they have me in already on the stands. You know, so I don't see any difference that way. The photographers are always there no matter what. I try to avoid them as much as possible and avoid places where they hang out. I go, in fact, in Los Angeles, a lot of the restaurants that they hang out at, we usually go to very small, very unpublicized.
What about when you were married to Elvis, the excitement and the hubbub and the total public quality and whatever of that kind of life, and yet you stayed apart, you stayed private then. How did all of that affect you, do you think?
Gosh, I learned a lot from that, David. I mean, it was a real learning experience. I would never want to, you know, be in that lifestyle again. I mean, it was demanding, and you realize how much the public does demand of you, you know.
But you don't regret it.
No, I don't regret it in any way. I think it's a big part of my life. I could never, you know, regret it at all.
Tell me about Lisa. She's 11. How does she respond to all of this? Have you discussed this with her? She must be a big girl by now.
She is. She has mixed emotions, I think. Yeah, she likes the idea, but she's reassured that I'm not going to spend a lot of time away from home. I'm still there. Like I say, the job isn't that demanding, because we have a lot of things we'd like to do. Travel. I want to start traveling with her now and letting her see the world a little bit.
Right. Have you protected her, do you think?
Oh, yes.
Overprotected, maybe, or not?
I always ask myself that question. I don't feel I've overprotected her. She's very aware of what's going on. I'm always talking to her. She listens. She's a wonderful child.
Now that you're going to be a little more public, is there a danger of her sort of being overwhelmed by whatever, attention, too much attention?
I don't think so. She's used to it. She handles it very well. In fact, if there's photographers around, you know, she'll put her hand up saying, "No pictures, please," you know, and she avoids photographers. She has no use for them. I guess she probably got that from me.
Yeah.
See someone with a camera and she'll, you know, definitely, you know, my God, there's a camera mother, and we'll go dodging it. So,
a young age to be aware of all of that.
Very aware.
What do you want for her? How do you think about her and her future?
I think I'm always thinking about her, you know. I want her to do what she wants to do. I don't want her to feel she has to follow in her father's footsteps. I don't want other people, you know, trying to encourage her to take this or to take that. at one time, 2 or 3 years ago, I really was encouraging her to take piano lessons, or, you know, because she does have a talent. She's very talented. And I know she inherited this from her father, because he was gifted, and I believe she is too. And I was trying to force her into playing the piano, but she doesn't want to play. So
most of us is like, oh gosh, Mom, do I have to practice?
But I don't want her to feel she has to follow in her father's footsteps, because it's a lot of pressure on her. She's going to have enough. And whatever she wants to do, I think it's totally up to her. You know?
You must, I'm sure, have to deal with all of the rash of books and articles and so forth that are coming out. And there's a new charge being made this morning. It just came out in last night's news.
Oh gosh.
Right? And it's coming. Have you heard about it?
You're telling me for the first time.
Really? Well, it's coming out in the Ladies' Home Journal in the November issue. It came out last night. Another sensational story in a book by Elvis's stepmother and stepbrothers, saying that Elvis was in the hospital 3 times in the army in Germany for drug addiction. Can you confirm or deny that?
I really can't. That's new to me. I haven't heard this.
Do you know anything about it?
The books that are written, I just, you know, I avoid them. I don't even read them. I haven't read one book that's been written.
Yeah.
I don't. This will probably always happen from now until who knows when.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with one story after another?
I don't even pay any attention to it. I live for today, and I have to go on, because I would constantly be upset, I think, if I was always listening to what was going on.
Can you confirm or deny that, though? Do you know anything about it?
I haven't
Because
heard
if
this.
it's coming out in a big article by the stepmother and stepbrothers, you get a chance here to say it's hogwash if it is.
Yeah, you know, people exaggerate, and now's the time people are probably, you know, trying to make a name somewhere. To be truthful, this is the first I've heard about it today. I knew she was writing a book, and I don't know what's in it. I don't know the contents at all.
What do you want for you? What do you look forward to now?
To do what I want to do what makes me happy, just to experience and to have a good time with life. I stayed away for a long time, and I'd like to do it.
Is it hard? Is this hard? Is this hard right now?
No, this isn't
now
hard. You make it very easy.
Well, thank you. But you're going to have to answer some of these questions. You know you are.
I'm very defensive. I start thinking, what's he going to ask next? And oh my God, what have I done? And every time I answer a question, it's like a certain part of me is leaving, and I'm holding back, saying, don't let that go, because you know, so much of me is inside. Very few people, you know, I really talk to. And I still hold a lot in. There's some things I'll never tell you.